the role of the teacher in education is extremely important, as one might have guessed. It's not only the role of the school board to determine how they teach, but ultimately it comes down to the teacher themselves. Now, some will favor bookwork and others will favor more hands-on activities. Either one has shown to have their strengths and benefits, but students really tend to lean towards one or the other depending on the subject. It's ultimately the goal of the teacher to determine which one they will come up with. Professional expectations in the workplace are very high, and each teacher should hold these expectations high. It's important to hold these high expectations mainly because it sets a professional appearance to oneself. As we've talked about a lot in this section and sections before, collaboration is extremely important. It not only gives students the opportunity to do hands-on work, but it also brings them together to introduce new ideas, get them talking about things they've never talked about, or talk to people they may never have talked to before. Based on the assessment, I can determine that some of my strengths include my honesty and my curiosity. I try to be as truthful as I can in every situation, and I encourage asking questions, and I enjoy when other people ask me questions. I like to get them learning about things they might not have learned about before. Also, based on the assessment, I know that I could work on my reflection. I'm not always the best at asking for help or learning from my mistakes. I tend to keep them on the back burner and only think about them when something else bad happens. I don't really reflect after and change my ways until I absolutely need to, and I think I could work on that. Personal bias is everywhere, and it really can't be avoided in modern society. Everybody has an opinion about everything, and that really includes education. Teachers will have an opinion based on teaching styles, certain things they should or should not teach. It really comes down to the school board to put an end to certain decisions like this. They'll determine what can and can't be said, and if they break those rules, then there are consequences. Personal biases should be taken into account when teaching, because it offers a new perspective to people. I know the school boards have been teaching certain ways for generations, and it's not until somebody steps in and says, "What about this way?" that you really begin to think about it another way.